We all have been in moments where we are under pressure, and that pressure is so intense that we lose our ability to think, to respond, and to even sustain that pressure situation. Our heart goes up, our heart races, our body freezes, and our mind, it simply goes blank. So the question becomes, why does that happen? As a CCI, it happens to me a lot of times where I was told that, and I used to believe that when I am under pressure, I perform very well under pressure. So that's a myth. That's simply not true. And as a CCI, I've been there in those situations, and I couldn't understand at that time that how to respond, how to take situation in my own hands, and how to get the outcome of my wanting. So the question becomes, why does that happen? So the number one point is that when we are under a pressure situation or pressure moment, our mind simply freezes. The cognitive part of our brain, which actually works like a CPU of a computer, it loses its ability to perform well, to process that information well, to process the new information, and even to get back in the hard disk, in the memory lane, and get the creative ideas how to get out of that situation. So think about it. You have got a computer. You haven't restarted that computer for a long time. And now you are trying to open a lot of heavy files from your computer. So what do you expect? Your computer fan will go on and louder, and suddenly it will stop. Your computer will simply hang up. And the only option you will remain left with to restart that computer and to start again. So guys, our brain is no different than that. When we are under pressure, we are like that CPU, we are like that computer, and we lose our ability to react. So the second point is, what can we do to get ourselves out of that pressure situation and to think of creative ideas and to respond well? So the thing what we can do is we can bring our focus and attention to the present, to the now moment, and understand the sensations and feelings, why and what are we feeling, what we've been going through. Then to cut all the noise and distractions out of the way and understand what the problem is. Right? It could be you are getting a call from your tax department out of nowhere and they are telling you that you are owing them a tax or some kind of a money. You are dealing with your bully neighbor, or it could be something wrong goes at. Like in my case, being as a CCIE, I've been there in those situations a lot of times where I am responsible for the company-wide network, and one wrong command or one wrong change, it could bring the whole network down. So every time when I was in a change, I was in that pressure moment. And rather than focusing on the present, that how to take the situation back, I was focusing on the failure, that if something goes wrong. So if you bring your attention to the present moment, that what are you doing and what can take you to your outcome, then it will help. You will then take the stress out of the picture. Number third point is you have done that. Now you are in the present moment. You have reduced all the distractions. You have cleared all the noise from your surroundings, and you are just trying to focus on one thing. But a lot of times when the pressure gets intense, we again lose our ability to even focus at a single task at hand. Then what to do? So it's very simple. And actually, I'll give you an example. Imagine this, that you are a helicopter pilot and you are flying that helicopter and suddenly storm happens, storm hits you. So now rather than focusing on the problem, on the storm, focus on the outcome. And I am sure that you will focus on how to get that helicopter landed safely. So if your focus is on that, then you won't be thinking about what storm is doing, what that turbulence is doing. You won't be focusing on that. Otherwise, you won't be getting yourself out of that problem in the first place. So what you have done, you are thinking of the outcome, that I need to land that helicopter safely. And then you will be doing all those things in your hand, in your control, how to get there, right? So that is another thing to remember. Number fourth thing, guys, is the confidence. I've been living under that myth that confidence is something that you are born with. Well, it's not simply true. Like any other muscle, confidence is a skill, and it's a muscle that can be flexed. This skill can be learned. And my first is, it actually taught me that the more you do something, the more you'll fail at something, the more you will get the feedback, and the more you will prepare your mind and your body to get through that situation. So that could be for anything, for a high stake interview, for your exam, or for a high stake meeting at. So what you are focusing on is the fear that what if I fail? What if I'll be judged? What if it goes wrong? So we have already talked about this, that rather than focusing on the fear element, you need to bring your attention to the present moment, and you need to bring your focus on this is the outcome what I want. And then the more you do something, the more you will repeat it. Like you've been a gym goer, you've been training your bicep or tricep and drill. The more you do it by adding more weights every time, the more your muscle will grow. So our brain It's like that muscle. The more we'll engage in a pressure moment, in a pressure situation, the more we'll train it. And the next time when we'll go in that situation again, our body will respond differently. So number fifth point, guys, is every time we go in a pressure moment, pressure situation, we become stiff, as we have talked about it, that our mind goes blank, our body freezes, and we lose our ability to relax and to calm down. And I can show you that a lot of people, they have never been taught how to actually relax. So we really need to learn how to relax properly under any situation, how to take control back of our feelings, of our thought process, and how to respond rather than reacting. So as a CCI, when I was in those pressure moments, what I was doing, I was totally reacting to people, to their agendas, and I was unable to respond at all. And the problem was that I wasn't relaxed. I wasn't calm. So this is the thing I've learned, that how to be relaxed and how to calm and how to engage my creative mind, how to own that situation, how to own the problem, how to take control back. And that can only happen when you are calm, when you are relaxed. Then rather than reacting, I started responding to the situation. What can I do now? So, for example, if you are going for an interview and it's a high stake interview and that's the job you have been dreaming of for a long time. So now you have been focusing on the fear of rejection, the fear of failure, and you will fail that interview. Rather than focusing on what the interviewer is going to ask me, how the interviewer is going to take me, you could actually focus on what's in your control. You can sit down, you can start rehearsing yourself in front of camera, you can prepare your answers, you can practice it more, and you can work on your values, that actually these answers, these values, the reaction, it becomes your second nature. That every time you will go in that situation, someone will ask you anything like that, you like ace it, you will come back with the best answer while staying calm and confident. So guys, my last point is pressure is a skill. It's like a muscle. The more you face it, understand it, and flex it, the better you will become at that. So we can use that framework to implement these points in our day-to-day life, and mostly when we are under pressure, and see where does it take us. Trust me, guys, I've improved a lot, and I'm sure if you will implement that framework in your life, you will ace it, you will smash it. So let's just start practicing it, and let's see where does it take us. Thank you.